You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. And be sure to smash that like button. Over the weekend, LSU lost a member of its 2026 commitment class. Jakai Anderson, the wide receiver out of McDonough 35 in New Orleans, he's a four-star. He flipped to SMU. A couple of things on this. Number one, I think there's the component of why Anderson flipped, and then there's also the component of what does it mean for LSU's class and the receiver room moving forward. We'll take those one at a time. So first, Anderson is 6 foot, 160 pounds. He is a four-star who's ranked number 273 nationally and the 45th best receiver. So, I look at this, and there's a couple of things at play. Number one, do you want Jakai Anderson? Very clearly, the answer is yes. You offered him when he was a sophomore in high school. He committed last summer as a junior, and he's still a member of your class up until now when he's flipped to SMU. So do you want Jakai Anderson as a part of your class? Yes, that is true. Also true is Jakai Anderson probably looked at the commitments at his position in this class and went, LSU, when Anderson was part of the class, had 4 receiver commits. Those commits are Tristan Keys, who's a 5-star and the number 1 receiver in the country, the number 3 overall player. Jabari Mack, a 4-star, number 78 nationally, in the 10th best receiver in the country. And then Kenny Darby out of Airline and Bossier, also a 4-star, number 152 nationally, and the number 22 receiver. So, in this class, Jakai Anderson's looking and going, Tristan Keys, the number 1 receiver. Jabari Mack, the number 10 receiver. Kenny Darby, the number 22 receiver. And there's Jakai Anderson, the 45th best receiver. I'll say it again. Do you want Jakai Anderson as part of your class? Yes, it's why you offered him. It's why you took his commitment. All that is true. Kid from New Orleans that you want. It is also true that of the receivers you had committed, he was far and away the lowest of the commits. 6 foot, 160 pounds. Probably has to grow into his body. Might end up being awesome. But SMU comes calling, and just for context, where Jakai Anderson was the second lowest, it was the 9th ranked of the 10 commitments LSU had. He flips to SMU's class and is now the second highest rated commitment in SMU's class. So you have this school with oodles of cash from their oil baron billionaire boosters and a real opportunity. I get why Jakai Anderson would go to SMU. There's a log jam in his class at LSU. He goes to SMU. He's the highest rated receiver and the second highest rated player in the class. And he's going to get broke off because of SMU's money. Okay, good for you. I don't begrudge him whatsoever. And when you look at LSU's receiver room, not only, when you talk about 26, like in 25, you're loaded. But you're going to lose a lot of these dudes, right? Aaron Anderson will be gone. Chris Hilton will be gone. Very likely Nick Anderson will be gone. Berrien Brown, Xavier Thomas. We'll see what happens with Destin Hill. But you're very likely going to have massive turnover at receiver, but you have also flooded the pipeline with young receiver talent. You've got Kyle Parker there and Kylan Billiot and some really talented young guys. And you have the freshman class coming in as well. So, and you better believe LSU is going to go into the portal next year and replenish with guys in the portal. So I guess I could look at it and say, and then you've got Tristan Keys coming in. He'll be the number 1 receiver in the country. it's never fun to see someone decommit or flip out of your program. And I know there's a portion of you, because I see your text of the show and your tweets and all that stuff and your comments, where you say, this is why I don't care about kids' commitments anymore. Well, for being very honest, for as long as they've taken commitments, guys have flipped. I mean, you can add new layers of context to it because of NIL, portal, all that stuff. And why guys flip may differ now than why they did before, but guys have always flipped. And I'll still maintain you'd always rather have the player's commitment than not have it. Like, for example, Lamar Brown right now is the number one player in Louisiana, the top uncommitted offensive lineman in the country, offensive defensive lineman out of U High. He's uncommitted. Would I rather Lamar Brown be committed today? Yes, I would. I still think he's going to end up in LSU's class. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, he sat right here and told you, like, LSU's going to be tough to beat. He's their front runner. They're his front runner. Awesome. I'd feel much better if he were committed. It doesn't mean it's binding, but I'd rather have him committed than not. So you're always going to take commitments as long as guys are willing to do it. But there's always the possibility this can happen as well. But I'd still tell you, LSU right now has the number 2 class nationally behind only Southern Cal. LSU has 9 commitments for the class of 2026. Southern Cal has 26. Okay. So, yes, naturally, you're in a really good spot in this class. Tristan Keys, the number 1 receiver in the country. Richard Anderson, the number 1 defensive tackle in the country. Haven Finney, who is the number 1 cornerback for 2027, who reclassified and is now the number 7 cornerback in the country for 2026. Aiden Hall, who's the number 7 safety in the country. Jabari Mack, the number 10 receiver in the country. You are loaded in this recruiting class for 2026. So disappointing to see Jabari Mack, a guy from New Orleans who'd been committed for a year, flip to SMU, but also understandable why he would flip. Going to have a better opportunity at a place like SMU where he'll be the man. It's the big fish, little pond, little fish, big pond question. He'll go to SMU where he'll be the man, or he can come to LSU where he's going to be caught in a really crowded pipeline of receivers. So you wish him well, and we'll see if LSU does in fact go seek another receiver to replace him in this class, or are they good with the 3 they got and they go address it in the portal? We'll see that in due time. But Jakai Anderson flips to SMU. And it's funny, I laughed a little bit about wanting to talk about this because the Alabama people have flooded my Twitter when seeing this news because, of course, the quarterback?
Keelan Russell.
Keelan Russell.
Yeah.
So Alabama gets a quarterback to flip from SMU, and I lambasted him for having to go take an SMU commit at quarterback. And naturally, he got the Bama bump and became a really highly regarded recruit. And all the word out of spring was that he looked awful because, of course, he's a true freshman trying to go play quarterback against SEC defenses. And I'm going to laugh my ass off whenever he transfers out of there. Rest assured, there will be an epic Bama is burning coming when Keelan Russell inevitably sucks or transfers out of Tuscaloosa, which would be great to see. But they're like, what's worse? Taking a guy from SMU or losing a guy to SMU? Well, it's pretty obvious. The reason that Jakai Anderson, is transferring or is decommitting from LSU is because he was the 4th best guy in this class at his position. He's the 2nd best overall player in SMU's class. He's going to get paid and have a better opportunity. That makes sense. A little bit of a different world when you're high and mighty Alabama and you're pillaging SMU for elite quarterback commits. No doubt. Look, I get it. When the angry bald guy in Louisiana is shouting about you burning for a year, and it's totally right because you lose 4 games, including losing to Vanderbilt as a 4-touchdown favorite, losing to Oklahoma as a 3-touchdown favorite, losing to a 500 Michigan squad. Like that's got to bruise your ego and your pride, and certainly the understanding and reality that you're not what you were is settling in. But sure, point the finger about receiver commits flipping. It don't change the fact that you are in your new reality. And I'm going to laugh my ass off at you every chance I get, regardless of what happens with LSU. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.